What's up, everybody?
Hey, it's your favorite coaches. Coach Rigo, Coach Nikki in the flesh, actually a real person. Today, we are going to be learning the turtle sit-out. I don't know the name of it. It's got to be, there's probably a Brazilian name, Portuguese name, Japanese name for it. I call it the sit-out. That's what you're doing. We're going to go over detail of that. We're going to talk about turtle today, basically, and a couple ways that you can transition your way out of it. If you ever are interested in using turtle as a guard or anything like that, I recommend watching some Edward Tell's guy. He actually uses turtle as a guard, and you can kind of see how he uses it, basically. Other than that, let's cut to it.
Yes.
I'm supposed to say cut. Cut!
Action.
That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the chitel, turtle, tortuga. Tortoise guard. So we're going to work on like a north-south variation. We're going to talk about the normal side, and we're going to talk about the north and south. So one person is going to be in the turtle, and the other person is going to be going to a north-south kind of vibe here. Usually off a sprawl. We'll just actually show that part. So a lot of the times you're going to see this. Guy's going to go and shooting for a double, and boom, sprawl, right? This is not a good place to hang out unless you're really comfortable like Edward tells to do this stuff. We're going to work on the sit-up. So what are we going to do now? First things first, okay? We're going to post up on a foot, okay? The foot that you post up, that's the side you're going to go, okay? Next up is I'm going to cup this arm, okay? Once I got this arm connected to me, the inside leg, the one that's still kind of left behind, that I'm not posting up, it's just on my knee here, I'm actually going to fire it through. So as I fire it through, my head kind of pops out, and I'm going to press my head into her hard. I'm going to get all my weight. I'm going to use this leg over here, up on my toe, and I'm going to push towards her. The other hand that's down here, underneath everything, I'm going to go inside and hug the leg, okay? One thing this grip here is going to help me with is pulling myself up, but also to stop her from kind of stepping over or trying to pull me back into turtle. Because if I don't have this, I start to go, it just kind of like pushes me back to where I was, which isn't bad. Or, which is the worser part here, is if they basically can just take my back, right? So as I go, they I give them everything. So I don't have control of them. So I'm basically just sitting up. So it's one thing to rely on speed, but it's another thing to rely on technique, and we all know technique is the key. Okay, so turtle. We're posted up. Boom. Cupping the elbow, and then my bottom leg is going to sit on through. Sit out right there. Going to cup that leg, putting my head, pressure on her. And as I do this, I'm going to lift my butt up. Okay, and I'm going to start to turn towards her. I let go at the very last second. As I pull, using this hand right here, I'm going to pull right out to the back door. Okay, controlling her hips. If you have a partner, you can basically do this back to back, is get into this position and then spinning around, and then they can go ahead propping up on one foot, head out, and then whoop, you can go back and forth, as one would do. So that's a good, nice little technique, okay? So remember, posting on that foot, cupping the arm, and as you sit out, the head's gonna be pressing. You're gonna cup that leg. It's like ghosting. We don't need Coach Nikki. We got the ghost part there. And then once we're here, we're basically gonna be pressing and then turning into them. I'm sure it makes sense. You get it. Okay. Partos. So the next thing we're talking about is the Cardinal Roll. And anybody that's been to this gym knows about it because of Kyle Cardinal. It's not his thing, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to debunk this, that it's not his thing, but we're just going to say that it is his thing. This is old school jiu-jitsu, basically. Is what this is. So this is typically done still in turtle. It's when they kind of go in for like a weak side grip. Remember we talked about strong side, weak side? It's that weak side grip. Now, you can typically grab the wrist, or what I like to do is grab material if it's a gi and pinching down, okay? We're just going to be rolling on that inside shoulder, and I basically stick out this foot like this. Whoop, straight forward, and then boom, all the way over. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of trying to come around the top side, and then they get their back take, and they die. And they die. So you never want to do that. As we're doing this nice little cardinal roll, you want to go turning the inside. I like to turn towards them, like that. Okay? Always like that. Over here. Some guys like to just cradle the legs, lifting up, popping down, and spinning into action. Okay? So that's always a good little technique, but a lot of people don't know about the cardinal roll is that you can do it from a north side position turn. North side position turn. Yeah, north side position. It still can be done like this. So you have options of either a sit out or the cardinal roll. So if I grab this, I'm basically in a shoulder roll, never going towards the head. Well, I mean, this one here can actually go towards the head. Instead of turning to the body and then rotating again, you can, in this situation, basically just turn into basically a nice little, what is it, kesikatami, kind of, because we don't have the other arm, that arm, okay? It's probably going to be ending up underneath you, okay? This can be a problem, but if you're quick and have technique, you can probably defeat this by laying into pressure and doing other things. If you feel the knee that you feel is a little too loose, be my guest and start coming around the side here and then working your side position. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Now, number 3, it's a bonus. We're gonna talk about rolling into guard, okay? There's a couple different things we can do. There's a couple things I do differently. You could roll yourself into closed guard. I like the half guard. There's also a rollback situation, which is kind of situational. And then there is a triangle that we can do, okay? And that's all done from like normal turtle, okay? By normal turtle, I mean, I'm like this and my opponent is basically off to the side of me. Now, I'm gonna show you the wrong way to do this first, okay? I usually don't like to do this anymore because, especially even with teaching kids and stuff like that, you show them the wrong way, they're gonna do it the wrong way. So always try to show them the right things first. But for you guys, I feel like you're smart enough to figure it out. So, anytime I want to do the roll, I actually want to roll on my inside shoulder, kind of looking away from them. But I always find a lot of people sometimes, okay, I'm going to do the roll. They roll on the outside shoulder, looking into them. So they do this. And then I feel like I'm a fool, okay? Don't do that, okay? So when we're in turtle, you're going to be rolling on the inside shoulder. By the inside shoulder, I mean the one that's closest to her. I'm actually going to look away from her. I'm going to prop up, and I like to shoot my hand almost between my legs there. Just kind of going like that. So I like to go here, collecting that same closed guard that we always do. Now, if Nikki were to stand up, my feet on her hips, we do this drill all the time, where she'll like pass over up to one side, I get up on that shoulder, and around we go. And then, you know, you can almost close your eyes. I can kind of feel it collecting into that position. It's the same thing. Same thing. You're starting closed guard, you can just like pop up, wrap them into closed guard. That being said, there's also some other things you guys can do. What was the one I said? Half guard. The one I like to do. Now, it's not for everybody, because I typically like half guard. What I like to do is pop up, okay, almost kind of like that. Even if she's grabbing on me, whatever it is. I like to pop up just a little bit, enough to get my outside leg in. So I pop up and then I shoot that leg in, getting into a nice deep half if I can. And then rolling over, getting all whatever I can, right? That's a simple one, I'll show you that one again. I'm just taking that outside leg in. So I just pop up enough to slip it in. And getting into this position, okay? That's the half guard one. And the roll back, the situational one. That's if, I mean, it is kind of a weird one. I'll show you what I mean. I do the shoulder roll. Sometimes you end up with feet on the hip, and if they're kind of like this, you can kick over and get to your feet. Simple roll back, you guys do them all the time. That's all that is. You basically just turtle roll out and do a roll back. If you're fast at it, it'll probably end up looking pretty cool. Ready? Oh, break dancing now. You get what I mean. We're not going to start doing it. It's not my thing anyway. Next up, heavy on the legs. We're going to try that triangle. So all that is same shoulder roll, but I keep this leg nice and high. I want this going all the way and trapping. Okay? You're aiming for that. Worst case scenario, close guard. Best case scenario, triangle. Triangle. Good to go. Aha, you thought I looked stupid before until I pulled that off. Now I look good. Okay, everybody. According to Jason Kenny, we shall be back in training in about mid-June. So, and he said earliest is June 10th. So we're back in here, choking each other, all that fun stuff. Okay? Anything you want to add? Turtle?
Turtle, toilas.
Okay. Think about turtle. You can technically use it as a guard for sport jiu-jitsu. This is a sport jiu-jitsu thing. Okay? Don't go into turtle on the streets unless you can avoid it. Okay? You will get whooping. Okay? This is purely a sport thing. But it does help you get out of that situation. So these little tricks here can get you out of it. At least you can get them into close guard. Great. If you can get them into triangle choke, whoa, even better. Other than that, guys, we're going to sign off. Stay fit and have fun. And Nikki's sign out today is... Toidle.
Okay.
All right.
Cut!
Okay. We'll put it on the blooper reel. They say toidle.